Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the latest album from James Ferraro, Terminus. So this is the latest full-length album from the electronic producer James Ferraro, and the third installment in his 4 Pieces of Mirai series. Now this series that he's been crafting over the past couple of years is a look into a dystopian future of Earth that explores themes of ecocide, which can be defined as criminal human activity that violates the environmental justice of Earth. I mean, I certainly get those vibes when I'm listening to this album, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I'm playing an 8-bit PC game where I'm fighting my way through a castle that I'm being chased by the undead. Now, the sound of this album is actually pretty interesting. It's like this crossroads of like new age ambient, IDM and gabber music, and even like a little sprinkling of black metal in there. A majority of these tracks just absolutely pummel the listener with a bunch of pulsating drums and shots of static, and they're layered with these like serene synthesizers and ethereal vocal samples underneath that give it a lot more atmosphere. And at like a moment's notice, the synthesizers on here can take a turn for like the super bright and piercing and feel like they've been lifted out of like an 80s sci-fi flick or something, like on track 6 for example. And there is this like minimal use of these screamed vocals that are all shrouded in effects, which I guess I do wish were utilized a little bit more on these tracks. Now, the way the album flows as a whole is kind of like one big piece. There are some instrumental detours along the way that are very visual, almost like you are trapped in either like a space station or a nuclear plant that's been overrun and you kind of have to like get your way out. And they do reinforce the vision that James is crafting on here pretty well and give you like sort of a creepy feeling. However, I do think this album overall is sort of one-dimensional. I guess I was just left wanting some more delineation from the same formula that he uses on a lot of these lengthier tracks. There are a couple spots on here towards the back half, like on tracks 10 and 12, where he experiments with different sounds and tones a little bit, with maybe track 12 being, I think, the best track on the album with those major bass hits that come in. It's almost like you're battling the final boss of the album. And I guess, you know, if you look at this album as one piece of a bigger picture here with the other releases, which another one is coming down the line at some point, I guess it makes a little bit more sense, but, you know, I will say looking at it as just a singular piece of work, it's just why I felt like that. Still, pretty interesting overall if you're into this kind of stuff. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 7 over here on Terminus. Now, I will have links down below to James Ferraro's Bandcamp so you can stream this. As of now, it's not on Apple Music or Spotify to my knowledge, and there's also no physical copies just yet. And if you have listened to Terminus already, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and share, and if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.